Welcome.
First and goal. Mahomes swings it. It's there! Hardman! Jackpot! Kansas City! Ready, down! Put.
Hello? You play to win the game. I don't want winners. I want people that want to win.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome into the show, the Play Call Sheet. On a Monday, there is no Monday Night Football, but we still here giving y'all the wrap-up from Week 18. I am Dale. With me today, we got Meta Watt in the house. What's up, man?
What's going on, man? To all NFL teams, forget y'all. And to all the playoff teams, super duper forget y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm on vacation. I'm in Cancun. How y'all doing tonight?
Yes, indeed, man. Yes, indeed. The final week of the season. And now this is Black Monday, of course. And we've got some movement going on. It's not a heavy Black Monday, but still a Black Monday. So I don't think it's done yet, honestly, because we're starting to still see some things come out.
Absolutely is not. It's not over. It's just the start of the beginning of a new era in the NFL. Probably. You know, we'll see what happens in the playoffs. We'll see if any of these other quarterbacks can step up to Patrick. But yeah, in terms of the firing, promotions, demotions, all that's gonna be going on, man. Like, share, subscribe, STWF TV. Like, share, subscribe, BSFN Media. You know we here. But yes, interesting morning waking up to a bunch of different news around the board, man. So yeah, man, it has officially started. Off season for most teams has started already because you only get 14 in the playoffs. It's a total of over 30 teams in the league. So, you know, the other half, vacation time.
Yeah. And usually that, you know, the fact that it's like half of the league almost, right? You typically have more firings, like half the freaking league fire their coaches. You know, like that's usually how it ends up going.
Absolutely, man. I mean, I feel like the coaches that got rung up were probably on that seat, and they knew they was on that seat regardless. But yeah, I feel a certain way about one firing. I'm happy about one firing, but I'm never happy that somebody loses their job. But overall, we'll speak on this.
Well, from a fan perspective, you are.
Yeah, from a fan perspective, we kind of, all of us as a whole, we predicted the light for the two guys, particularly here. We're going to talk about it. Doug Peterson.
Yeah, Doug Peterson was fired. Gerard Mayo was fired from New England. Those are the only two head coaches that were fired on Black Monday.
Yes. And then you see other teams are trying to gather and schedule interviews with coaches, DCs, OCs, things like that. But Peterson, his time definitely deserved to be up in Jacksonville. I'm going to say it one more time. It wasn't Urban's fault. It never was Urban's fault. And this is what you get for letting go of my guy Urban Meyer. Something needed to change. You can't take sunshine out of the picture yet. So what happens when you can't take the stars out of the picture? You go to the next thing on the chessboard, and it's the head coach. The guy was proven, won a Super Bowl with the Eagles. He thought he can get into the system, bring up the young QB. Had a year of success. They made the playoffs, had a good playoff win, but everything else just shattered. It just shattered. Poor organization. The Jaguars are. The guys upstairs. The team actually had some good fire as the season ended, but that was without the services of Trevor Lawrence, Mac Jones backing up as QB. And they got some questions to answer over the next year or so. Is Trevor really your franchise guy? Despite you giving him the money, yeah, he might last a few more years, but you got to think ultimately, if they continue to fall as a team, you're going to have to shop.
Okay.
Or, I mean, Trevor's probably a guy that will get a second stint in the league. A team will want him, you know, for his name.
He used to get a second chance.
Yeah.
First round pick quarterback.
They need a change over there. I mean, and it's never going to be the QB. Most of the time, it's the guys under him, you know, and hopefully Doug is able in the future to get another job of his liking. You know, I know he wants to be a head coach, but he did say that this is one of the worst seasons he's ever had as a football coach. He said he kind of didn't have no joy, brung out the worst of him, and at times brung out the worst of the Jags. I'm wondering who they're going to be looking for, you know, to cover that spot up. There's a lot of guys available. I'm thinking an OC or DC that's going to get interviews probably going to take this gig. Why not?
Coach, got any thoughts on the two firings?
Is that Diddy?
What's up, fellas? How y'all doing tonight?
Oh, good, man. Do you think Doug Peterson gets another shot as a head coach in the NFL, Coach?
Yes, he won Super Bowl. Of course he does.
Okay.
For the simple fact that nobody knows that Jacksonville job, I didn't know until today, the GM for that job, that's the same GM that Harbaugh got into it with at San Francisco.
Oh, okay.
So he's not a very popular guy.
Okay.
That's why I think he's going to probably get one of the situations where he kind of gets a pass a little bit because, you know, it's more has to do with the environment that's in Jacksonville right now.
Okay. All right.
Hey, Casey, you don't got to have a dog in the fight. You don't got to have a dog in the fight, man. Shout out to you, Casey, man, at all. You don't got to have a dog in this fight. We here as a family, united every Monday, man, talking football.
We're definitely gonna get the Patriot fans' thoughts, but as an outsider looking in, what we think about Jerod Mayo only given 1 year to be the coach, and honestly, a word from Robert Kraft was Jerod Mayo is going to be a good coach. He just needed more time.
Nah, bullshit, utterly bullshit. Because no other team in the NFL was going to give him a job but you guys. You guys gave him the job and then put him and basically treated him like he was a meal. You ate him and then you waited for the next entree or dish. That's what you're doing right now. And I don't like it. I don't like it for the simple fact that the guy never had his job for it. You know? Yeah. He basically was the guy that had to sweep everything up from the May not starting, you know. I think if it was up to Jerod, he would want May to start because he would want his job security. Mm-hmm. They bought in an old school Patriot guy and went the old school Patriot way. Because they don't have Brady, they don't have Garoppolo, and Mac Jones is gone. So he went to the next best great Patriot QB, I guess. And Jacoby. And no disrespect to him. I just don't like how everything went down. I don't like how the New England fan base was screaming for him to get fired. Yeah, okay, cool. But nobody deserves to lose their job like that. 1 year? You was a replacement. I hope Robert Kraft told him at the time of hiring that he was a replacement and he was just a guy just sitting there waiting for the new coach who they're going to hire probably in the next month. It sucks. It's crazy. It's wild. People saying that the loss yesterday was Mayo's fault. No, the loss yesterday falls on the New England organization. You tell a man that he's fired before the game, or even before that. What do you think his reaction is going to be on the field, off the field? I'm Jerod Mayo. I'm sending those guys out to win too. I'm calling plays for these guys to win. Because one thing Yeah, it's crazy.
What did he say?
He basically is calling. He's calling for the game. Buffalo was trying to lose the game too, and that's the crazy thing.
Mm-hmm.
But Gerard, figuring this is the last game, he's gonna have everybody do what they do. And we talk on the show all the time. They are professional athletes. They are not thinking in their minds tank at all.
Yeah,
they going out there to compete and play. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these guys, last game of the season, got family members coming to the game to watch them play. They haven't played all season. So all this extra stuff about, he should have lost the game. If I got fired before the game, he got fired before the game. The firing just occurred and was in the media after the game. He got fired.
I didn't know that. All right. I didn't know that.
He got fired way before this.
All right. That's rough.
He wanted to start May. Hold on. He wanted the dude. He had no pull in this. He had no pull in anything. He was a puppet.
Yes.
New England fans can't see that he wasn't a puppet. Then I don't know what y'all was watching all season. He was a puppet.
Yes.
The guy was a puppet.
Thank you.
He was a New England Patriots puppet. And hold on, if we want to talk more about this, read what the Patriots did was reverse the Mooney rule. That's what they did. I looked at the Mooney rule today, and we know the rules and regulations of that. But one rule it doesn't have in the book is you don't have to keep the guy forever. You don't got to keep him forever.
Mm-hmm.
So you let him go.
Yeah, but this is not the first time.
For somebody who potentially is going to be there 3-4 years, it is what it is.
This is not the first time an NFL franchise has done this.
Yeah, absolutely, Jake. But they already sucked from the rip. We knew that they was going to suck, regardless of what Mayo did. You were just hoping that there was a spark. Okay, there was no spark, but there was no spark for nobody on the team. Nobody can make that a perfect story ending of a season for the Patriots, man. And of course, what we just said a couple minutes ago with the Doug Peterson firing, you're not going to fire the QB. QB's fairly new. So who you going to go to? The coach.
Yeah.
And it sucks. In this aspect, because I just feel like, why sign them? You were better off getting one of the interns to tell them, like, show straight up, this ain't your job. This is your job for the year. We're probably going to hire somebody else. Go out here and make the best out of it. We suck. We know we suck. No pressure on you. What was they saying to Gerard Mayo?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. Corey, we're gonna get to your Saints question a little bit later in the show. We will talk about the Saints.
I want to add something to the New England situation.
Go ahead.
So he sealed his fate by how he handled the Judon interaction, how he would call his team out in the press conferences. And I think that's where the inexperience showed as far as him being the head of the organization.
Okay.
But a lot of people gave him a pass because he's a Patriot great. You can't get caught up in the pageantry of stuff. But if they don't get this next hire right, they're going to fall in the – they already said that Kraft is starting to act like Jerry Jones.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to find themselves there real fast. But when you have a lot of success like that, you start to think it's easy. See, a lot of these young Patriot fans, they don't remember their organization before Kraft got there.
Right.
Took him a long time to get to this point.
Yeah.
But is he going to be able to turn it around? But he's got to nail this next hire.
Well, Kraft has said he took all the blame in the press conference.
No. Okay, if he took the blame, and I read
Heard
that.
that here
Real
before.
talk. He blamed himself. Yeah. Cool. That's cool. But all this extra stuff, he was inexperienced. Who hired the inexperienced guy?
Yeah.
You guys. Why would you guys hire an inexperienced guy? What did y'all think that man was gonna do? Have y'all 7, 8 wins, 9 wins? The projection in here was 5 wins, maybe less than that. So I get the divide here. We should all be equal. But according y'all want a new coach. Y'all been wanting a new coach. Y'all didn't want Mayo. That's cool. But the Patriots hired him. They hired him.
Yeah. All right. Let's get to our next little story here. I'm sorry to continue with the firings. The offensive coordinator for Cleveland Browns, Ken Dorsey, was fired, as well as the defensive coordinator from Indianapolis Colts, Gus Bradley. He was fired as well. So this is this situation where, okay, in Cleveland, if he's firing the whole offensive coordinator, that means the head coach is safe. So, and then my other thing is this: wasn't that guy an offensive genius? And like that's how you got that's how you got the head coach's job in the first place.
Stefanski?
Yes.
Yeah. But
call the damn plays yourself, bro. Like,
I mean, hey, it looked pleasant for a while. He had Jameis Winston out there doing what he do, but then Jameis, we can't change Jameis the way he is, and that's what it is, man. It's a situation there, but then we hit Cleveland, the Browns. This is ideal that they're gonna do this stuff and keep the coach, throughout everything that's going on, But in this situation, it's a little different because it's the players. It's ultimately the players. It's not him. It's the players.
Mm-hmm.
Then the Browns and the Patriots situation is flip-flop. It's different situations. You had a guy, you brought him in Deshaun Watson, a top 5 guy at the time, and it blew up. You know what I'm saying? So the coach, at the end of the day, Deshaun blew himself up before the coach fucked him up. So that's kind of why I feel like he got his job still. But I can see him getting canned next year as well if this season doesn't go right.
Yeah. Coach, any thoughts? Cleveland or the Colts?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
Surprised that they GM and the coach. But this ain't last year. If they don't get any type of progress, they're definitely gonna make it through the entire season.
Now, I kind of think the situation in Cleveland is such where they're keeping the head coach around because it's kind of hard to get somebody else to deal with Deshaun Watson and the cap number they're going to be still having to pay him, and then have the expectations of we still want to win, even though we got this bum on the team we need to get rid of. And so I think that's why they keep the coach around to save some money.
Yep,
it makes sense to me.
It definitely
makes sense.
And you don't really hear anybody like nagging on him. Like, maybe I'm not in Cleveland in the Ohio media, but I don't hear anybody ragging on him. I don't hear none of his team, his team players, talking in regards to him. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the writing's on the wall for Cleveland, man. We know the reason why Cleveland, I guess, is not excelling. We know.
Yeah.
They crapped out. They crapped out on the QB that they thought was the future, of Cleveland to get them out that bag crisis, the paper bag crisis. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And eventually you go back to that same routine, brown paper bags. Second pick in the draft. Third pick, second or third they got. Second?
Hold on.
Top 3 pick in the draft for them. And now the reality is gonna hit.
Second.
So the question is now, what do you do with that pick?
They're gonna have to take quarterback.
Yeah, they're gonna have to.
Especially with the news of Watson's rehab is not going as anticipated.
He had a setback in rehab. Was one of my next stories to get to. Deshaun Watson did, but they did something to his contract. I think they pushed back some dates or something like that. in his contract. I think that's what they did, but I know they did something with it. I still don't see them
I'm
being
curious if
able to
they
cut
changed
him.
it into like roster bonuses or something like that.
Maybe so. Maybe so. So they can spread out the cap hits. Yeah.
Yeah, game start with all his games, giving it value. That's what they're doing right now.
Yeah.
Trying to get all that as much as they can back from it. They're not going to get a lot from it back, but they try to get as much as they can.
Yeah.
Oh man,
that makes sense. Okay.
What about Cincy's?
And
You see,
the other piece of news I got, Tyreek Hill like tweeted something where he looked like he's out of Miami, and I'm like,
Yeah,
okay.
he put he put his head on the meme of Antonio Brown when he shot the crowd the
Yeah.
deuces on his last game in Tampa Bay.
Yes. So I wonder what happened there. Is it a situation where I don't know, he just wants out because he wants to win? Is it he just wants out because he wants some more money? What's the deal there? Because
I think he wants to win because he's already had that chase that the taste once before, and I
yeah,
think it's the quarterback situation that's in Miami. Towards in and out, been inconsistent for the last 2 or 3 years now, 2 years. So you never know who's going to be in there. And he's a diva wide receiver that he's happy with his production.
okay. So
who's the top 5 wide receiver?
there's no way they're gonna cut him. 2025, if they cut him, he's got a $55 million dead cap hit. So there's no way he getting cut. Yeah, I don't see these deuces doing anything. How about that?
He's gonna be disgruntled. We know he can be a problem in the locker room.
Yeah.
Just see how Kansas City would ship them out as soon as they could, and he's gonna make it a problem for them, and they're gonna end up selling him for pennies on the dollar.
Yeah, they're gonna end up doing that, man. Top 5 receivers still in the league. I think his interview, the way he approached it was all the way wrong. The season's over. I understand you're mad. You're definitely mad. The way he sounded was like you're mad, and the realness came out. But yeah, bro, take a vacation, man. Take a couple weeks and think on it. If your mind's still on it, hey, do what you do, man. But Miami, terrible ending to a situation that when he signed it, it was like word. We see Miami the first few weeks. We're like, ooh, Lord. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Tyreek was right. I'm leaving. And I'm going to make sure I prove to y'all I left and I'm a difference maker. But then, like you said, the injuries and everything come about. Tyreek's basically playing by himself. Then he gets hurt a little bit. Then the whole altercation with the police, and then the production is not up to his standards. He's a top 5 receiver. It's kind of like the Devontae Adams in his last year with Vegas. You know what I'm saying? He's a top 5 receiver, but you look at the numbers, everybody else's production is skyrocketing his because of the bad QB presentation there. It's a bad look for him, and he has to only remain disgruntled, like Coach said, because nobody's taking that and saying, "Yo, we'll take your apology." No, that's not something to apologize for. You meant it, bro, and you're going to have to eat those words, man. And if you want to leave, they're definitely going to try to get something for you, and they can because you're still one of those guys.
Yep. Well, we did talk about Mayo getting fired. Your thoughts on that?
It's predictable. He's kind of a fall guy.
Okay.
Given almost nothing to work with in a year where it was just going to be down like that. It was definitely a rebuild year. Yeah, they kind of handed him a shitstorm. And also there's guys who they really, really did want who are now available. So he was kind of a placeholder. It's unfortunate for him. I think he may still have a job if he didn't pull that Judon shit. I think that kind of started all right, maybe this guy isn't. He's trying to get to a culture too quickly. Like, we get it. You try to set a culture here, but you don't do that by coming in here and trading away the best player on his defense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, yeah. I don't think he's gonna last. We didn't win any games, man. Like I get it, it's a bad team and a lot of situations you can win in, and you're not gonna be able to turn stuff around in 1 year. But 3 wins and then playing ourselves out of the first overall pick. Bye. Gotta go. Sorry, folks.
That's ridiculous, man.
I hear it's almost for sure going to be Vrabel, but I think they're going to try to convince the hell out of Ben Johnson first.
Yeah, I think they should convince. I think they should convince Ben Johnson to do it. I think honestly, you're going to try to go the Patriot way again, and Vrabel has at least a bit more, or a lot more experience than Mayo did. You know what I'm saying? But he obviously had lemonade. He thought to himself for a year, where should I go next? And the Patriots are like, we'll take.
He also is the much better version of what Mayo was supposed to be. That's the real reason that Mayo got, like, I think the Judon stuff, and I think the fact that we lost so much and that he was a fall guy. But I think also you're a defensive coach and our defense fell off. At the very least, we were supposed to have a defense that could get you like 5 wins.
Yes.
At very least. Because we have guys.
I'm with you there. Like, if you're a defensive guy, we bring you in and the defense sucks. What exactly do you do here?
That's why Salah got bounced. Because the Jets, like, they were like, all right, so the offense ain't what we thought, and Aaron is exactly who Will said he was. So I guess, but then it was like, oh, the defense, Sauce is falling off too under your watch. Gotta go, bud.
Yeah.
So
that makes sense.
I think Vrabel has something that he won't make the mistake of. He'll bring in the real offensive guy because he's done this already, where he didn't have the greatest of offensive coordinators. So he'll get the right guy this time, I believe. I think Kraft is more likely to let him go out and spend too, whereas I don't think he could trust Mayo in that sense. Mayo was brought in to be a yes man, and good job, Bob. You yes man yourself to a 3-11 or 300 whatever record. Like, you were awful, and played yourself out of the first pick. So yeah, I think I would like Ben Johnson. I don't know if they're gonna pull it off. Apparently, Ben Johnson really loves that the idea of the Chicago job, which is astounding. Why?
Okay. All right, well, let's get into some injuries.
Rough.
Terrian Arnold, foot injury. We have Christian Watson, torn his ACL, last game of the season. Man, now this
the worst
is what you call bust, Will.
Oh, for sure. But I said, when he got picked, I said that out the day. Like, he's not going to pan out. I'm like, you got 3 guys on the roster. They want him to be number 1. You got 3 guys on the roster better than him. So
yeah, man, that's rough. Jordan Love, elbow injury. That's going to be something to watch out for come playoff time here. And look, they got a game right away against the Eagles. So let's see what happens with that. John Mechie, concussion. Chamarni Connor, shoulder. Blake Corum, a broken arm. Jake Hansen, ankle. And Zay Flowers, a knee sprain.
That's important.
Yes.
That's very important. Very, very important, because the guy that you kind of had in his corner, or wanted to be in his corner, didn't want to participate with you guys, and then you cut him. So yeah, this is definitely in that regards, he going in, and these guys don't gotta buy. Yeah, so hopefully Zay can give you something in the next game, because
he left that game early, did not return. Yeah, we'll see. But the good news is just a sprain. The bad news is it is a sprain.
Yeah, it's a sprain. Yep, definitely. And that's why. And it's crazy to say this. I don't wish an injury on nobody. But last game of the season, you got hurt. They definitely was going to chalk your ass up, because you know what they'll say. People, the Ravens were in a spot where they needed to clinch the division. So as soon as he got hurt at that time, juncture of the game, and it looked like the Ravens were gonna, roll easy with it. Yeah, take his ass out and put him on the heavy meds, because you got to go out there next Sunday and you got to perform. and you got to advance. Because if you don't advance,
Yeah.
we gonna be here on the play call sheet next week, and we're gonna be talking about the everlasting next chapter of the Baltimore Ravens after they didn't get to where they needed to be. So,
yeah. Yep. So let's get to you guys' favorite segment here, the Tank Boys.
Tank. The season's over, man. Season's over, and the Patriots tanked the wrong way, man. The Cowboys kind of was tanking the wrong way. They kind of shot themselves right into the middle ground. Shout out to the Saints. They did the ultimate tank job yesterday. The world thought that they was going to pull it off, and I mean, they wasn't going to eliminate the Bucs because then the Falcons ended up losing the overtime. But
yeah, this was all about hurting Falcons fans. That's what it was all about. We loved it.
Heard a lot of people yesterday. Yeah, man. But here we are. Saints fans, Cowboys fans, Patriots fans. We're all in the tank wagon. Well, off seasons are all over. We're all going to get together in Cabo and have the best of drinks and review tape from the season. Probably not. But
yeah, we blew it.
It's crazy how this last
We tried though.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't start the rookie Drake. We sent out a guy who barely played any football in Milton, and he proceeded to do Milton-like things and won this game. He was out there balling.
And a couple of things yesterday too. I agreed with that earlier. The Buffalo Bills was not trying to win this game either. They was not. And
it was better for them. It was better for them to let us win, because then we go from the first pick where we can really rebuild to the fourth pick.
And that's what
now, now we out. Looks like we out Travis Hunter and a bunch of picks that we would have got. Fuck Mayo.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I will. And that's why I'm saying, Will. This is what I'm saying.
Had to go. Get up out of here.
No. You can't. Like, if you would have said, "Yo, pack your bags up before this game," and that's why I kind of like, now we look at it now. When you were screaming for him, when the reports were coming out that they might fire him this week, that would have been ideal to fire him because the intern would have listened to y'all and tanked that game. But I think what happened was the Patriots told Mayo that his job was over after this game, though it came out in the media after the game he got fired. And then Gerard Mayo, in fashion, said, "Fuck y'all." And I'm fired.
That's the thing, though. They didn't. They played Milton. Like, they played a guy who's supposed to not have any reps, he barely had reps in college because he was always hurt, lost 2 different jobs, lost one to Hendon Hooker, who also can't get on the field. So, like, it was like, yeah, put him in. No way we'll win this game. And then he go out there doing standing backflips and shit.
It's crazy. It's a bad situation.
It's not crazy, man. They tried to take it.
We have the 2025 NFL draft coming up in a few months, and the Tennessee Titans have the #1 pick. This is big.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot one other topic. The Bears have asked for permission to interview the Cowboys head coach Mike McCarthy. Coach, I definitely want your thoughts on this.
Dumb. Oh, the Saints did that. Yeah. Saints are ridiculous. What are y'all doing?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you.
So, this is a double-edged sword. First of all, Jerry and his old decrepit ass is trying to be all nonchalant like he normally does and act like he's got the ball in his court, take his time, drag his feet like he always does with coaching decisions. Because they let Jason Garrett kind of waddle around for a week before he made a decision that he probably already had made right immediately after the game. He wanted to build a suspense, get the fans involved. So I think I like the idea of it because I think it's going to force his hand, because if he gives them permission, then we know McCarthy's done. If he doesn't, then it means the likelihood that he's going to bring them back. Me personally, I think he does come back, because if Vrabel goes to, I think Vrabel's the first choice, but I think if he goes to New England as reported, then they're going to go with McCarthy in the room. And then the rumblings are that Zimmer is probably done with coaching altogether,
Okay.
and that they may elevate Al Harris to DC.
Okay.
Hold on,
You like that?
which they should have done when the season before the season started. They should have had Al Harris already at the DC. Hold on, I didn't even know the whole time Simmons been in DC this year. He's been trying to settle and start up a marriage. He even got proposed. He got engaged.
Yeah, he got a supermodel girlfriend.
Right, to a young little hottie. So where's his mind at?
I mean, look, he just been hanging out with Bill Belichick and he's showing the website.
Hey, I'm happy if Mike McCarthy, gets the yes to go interview with the Browns. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him. And like I said last year, I don't hold a lot of it on him. We know Jerry and what he can bring, and he's in that house. And it sucks to be in that house and have no control. So if this is Mike McCarthy's last year, shout out to as every coach, what you tried to do for this organization and you couldn't. And best wishes in your next coaching IAs. I mean, I can't be mad at him.
I think that's the only reason that's the only way, to be honest, to justify them letting him go is they just look at the whole picture of the whole 5-year window. They brought him here to get them over the hump. They couldn't get it done. Got the same results as Jason Garrett. He won more games, but got the same results. But I think it's going to come down to that. But I think the only way that it's weird though, because if he does stay, they're going to have to bring in some new, fresh talent at the OC.
Okay.
Now you can't discount what he's done. Even though he has back-to-back 12-win seasons. Uh-huh. His first year was the COVID year. So, we give him a mulligan for that. And then this year, I think they were probably, if not one of the most injured teams in the league. And he still had come on, it's Cooper Rush, man. Nobody else in the league would have Cooper Rush on the roster but Dallas. And he was able to still get those guys to respond to him. The defense got better as the season went on, even though, they had a lot of guys on IR. Zimmer, if he kind of figured out, especially the last couple of 2 or 3 weeks, Michael was moving around more. He wasn't just lining up on the end all the time. If he was on the end, he's on either or side. He's lining up over the center. He was moving around, so I think he was starting to figure him out. It's just a weird situation right now.
That's what I'm saying. It's weird as hell because we have an 11 pick, and the way the season went, we was one of the record-wise one of the worst teams in the league. But like I said, man, injuries fucked us up because we're not in that situation. But then if we bring this coach back and then the whole shit happens next year where we don't do shit, we win more games, but the same bullshit happens, we don't do shit, then it's like, why bring them back? If we start fresh, it kind of gives a excuse for us to lose games and be bad because, everybody's expecting that to happen anyhow. You know what I'm saying? With what we need and what we don't have, it's the window don't stay open forever, but the window's still cracked, man. And I don't know why I say this, but I feel like the window's still cracked. We just have to do some things in my mind that we should do, man, and it could be okay. Maybe. I don't think Washington Commanders all the way are better than us. I still don't think all the way Philly's better than us. I just think we was hurt with the injury bug this year, and this is what happens when you get hit with the injury bug. In the standings, you don't look as good.
Yeah, both of them teams
real familiar.
Yeah, well, both of them teams better than Dallas.
No, I don't. The Eagles, you want to give them one up? All right, cool. The Commanders ain't better than us.
Nah, you're looking at healthy roster versus healthy roster. Washington is not better, and they split with the Eagles. Dak owns the Eagles.
Yeah, y'all sounding like Saints fans after the season.
Yeah, that's in that. Yeah,
no, not at all. We said if you're talking healthy. Y'all are looking at what the real time. I get the real time. We're talking about a healthy team for a healthy team.
So you're talking about on paper.
No,
that's all it ever is.
No, it's not about paper. It's not about
Gotta
people. It's
be.
how I feel my team is. It's how I feel my team is from rip. And the injuries happen. I can't defend that. It's just like I bring guns to the fight, and then all the guns don't work. I lost. I gotta sit here and take my loss.
All right, let's
season. But ultimately,
let's talk about y'all. Let's talk about y'all healthy. Let's talk about y'all healthy. Y'all don't have a real starting running back. Y'all don't have a second receiver really on the roster. Y'all best player on defense vanishes if you run at him. How are y'all really? I mean, y'all roster looks good, but it's not really that good of a team.
I think we're better than.
So it's essentially the same team we had last year.
Right.
Except just more of the book is out on y'all.
I still feel like Dallas didn't give Rico. They should have let Rico hold the grains from day one. You sign these old guys, and then
right. But all of this is signs of a bad team, though. That's what I'm saying. Like if all this we should have did, or we could have did, like all that's a sign of a bad team.
No.
Yeah, Giants fans got confidence.
You thought your running back system was bad, so you went to go get these guys, not knowing that, hey, if you give this man Rico a chance, he can do some things. That's what happened.
I just don't understand how you don't see what's in house.
All I'm simply saying, but here's the thing. I didn't say they was better than Philly. I said they would have split with Philly. And listen to the context and what I was stating. As far as the Washington situation, Washington barely won yesterday with a third-string quarterback in there.
Yeah, but they also didn't play their guy. He played like a series. They took him out. Lost me.
He played a half. Played a half.
Oh, yeah, we gonna play chess and checkers. Hold on. When they had their first string in there, and we had our second string in our third string, Cooper Rush the second string. What happened?
Yeah, I don't.
What happened?
I don't know.
No, I know because they had Jaden.
What happened is y'all finished with how many wins, and they finished with how many wins?
No,
that's a better team.
Season, right? No, he played. No, you're going around the question. They played the Commanders this season, right? With Jaden Daniels at the QB, right? And what happened?
Twice.
And what happened?
Yeah, it's fine. Y'all could be better. Y'all could be better had the head to not be a better team long term.
We are better than Washington.
But that was the statement we made head to head, not overall.
All right. Well, all right, cool. So then you're second or third in your division. All right, yeah.
Yeah. We definitely agree on that.
All right. Cool. All right. Well, that was the Tank Boys segment there. Let's talk about some news that kind of broke today. Now, this is going to be a little reading here. So I'm setting you up for it. Here we go.
Oh, boy.
Nushin Faraji has filed suit against Fox Sports, Skip Bayless, Executive Vice President Charlie Dixon, and Fox host Joy Taylor. The 42-page lawsuit also alleges that for over a decade at Fox, the hairstylist was forced to endure a misogynistic, racist, and ableist workplace where executives and talent were allowed to physically and verbally abuse workers with impunity. Faraji worked at the Fox studios in L.A. from 2012 until she was fired in 2024 for what the lawsuit says were fabricated reasons. The lawsuit alleges that Dixon made an unwanted pass at Faraji during a birthday party for Taylor at a Hollywood restaurant in 2017. Faraji told Taylor about the episode, but Taylor responded by saying, "Get over it," pointing out that she herself only had her job because of Mr. Dixon and that Miss Faraji only had her job because Miss Taylor requested her, and she warned that Mr. Dixon could take both away, according to the lawsuit.
Okay, so this is Fox Sports people, executives, on-air people getting a lawsuit by a former hairstylist. And so Skip Bayless, of course, is one of the prominent names in the group. But surprisingly, we heard the name Joy Taylor, and it's saying, Joy Taylor is pretty much, she's been sleeping with this executive. And the only reason this hairstylist got a job is because Joy Taylor requested that she get this job. So what are the thoughts here about these allegations here, too? Let's start with you.
My thoughts are, when I called that chick, when I told everybody what she was, everybody was like, Joy Taylor, her brother's a football player. She knows her stuff. She get there on her own. Hell no.
Oh yeah, hell no.
Hell no.
I salute and I applaud it. I applauded her when she got into her spot. I mean, I'm an outsider. I don't know how she got her spot, but we all know, and one thing for certain, we've seen sports talk shows and all that for years and decades. We ain't never seen a lady as much as her talk, as much as she talked besides Hannah Storm.
And Beetle, who we know is fucking up.
So when this comes around and I hear this, I'm sitting here like, you dirty little man, listen. Yeah, Fox is down. Fox is down. Now I'm thinking, Skip, they told Skip, take your money and go home because this shit was gonna come out soon. I haven't even seen Archo on fucking Fox. I haven't seen him. Has anybody seen Archo on Fox shows? How long ago have you seen him? If you have?
Not recently, no.
No, and I think that's the reason why too, because they knew at some point this lady was gonna shake.
Well, I saw Joy on that today on Speak.
Did she address it?
I don't think she did. I tuned in late though, so let me look that up.
Yeah, I feel like
I think she's cooked. She's cooked.
You feel
And
like
now I think she's cooked. And this explains, I hadn't watched FS1 in a while. I used to watch when she was on there with Alcho and Shady.
Yeah.
And when I came in, I was like, I guess maybe like sometime during the beginning of the season, when they split it up, where she was they split her and Alcho up. Now it makes sense. Like y'all said, like Will said, like Tube said, they knew this was going to come out.
They knew all this was going to come out. And the thing for Fox, and one thing Fox has always done, is that they're going to keep that person on there until they can't no more. That's what they're going to do. When the Shannon Skip situation happened, when they went back and forth, they continued to keep Skip on there, knowing that this was going to get bad. They kept him on there, then what happened next? Something else happened bad. So, yeah, Fox is going to keep on slaying at it. But I know who's smiling right now. The guys and girls at ESPN, Molly, Queen, Molly. Now I realize why you don't talk as much. And you probably won't, because you just gonna play your position and happy to be there. Because she said, I ain't giving nobody none of this good thing to move up. And she hasn't moved since she's been there. So hey, Joy, I like Joy. Maybe more for her on-screen presence, than her talking. But her talking a whole lot, sometimes more than guys that played the game. It will, like me, I'll say me. I'm a fool. Because I should have known something like this was happening. But like I said, I'm an outsider. I'm not thinking that at that time. I'm happy for her, and what she's done. And I don't know none of this. Now this is coming to the light, and now it makes sense. Like, listen here. Jason Taylor about to get on Archo's behind. He better run.
This is only a big deal because men can't do this. We can't fuck to the top.
You can't do that.
You can't. If we could, we wouldn't care that people did this shit. Not at all. We'd be like, oh yeah, I do that shit all the time. But nah, we can't do it, so we get mad.
No, honestly, I don't even really care what she did. But this is what I don't get. This is what people in general. It could be females and a male. Females.
Her leaving someone else out to dry like that's fucked up. Yeah.
Right. That part, a female. We talk about female power and female empowerment, and you left her to dry. Then you over here with all these extra shows and all these extra clips and all these extra lives. I'm a beauty girl. Basically, I'm not a smut. I'm not a bird. You a bird. You a bird.
Hey, Mike just don't want women on the sports shows at all. Why, Mike?
That's Mike.
That's real
that's
shit.
Mike.
No, it's real. It's real.
It's Mike. That's just Mike.
No, it's Mike. It's Mike, but Mike's reading 95% of the world's mind. They don't want a lady on the show with them. Like, you're talking about sports, and then the lady comes in here and argues with you. What you looking like?
I don't
like,
know.
really? All of us.
Can they not have opinions?
No.
Right.
No. They can have opinions, but
they gotta shut up while we're talking. Apparently, I don't.
95%,
what are we doing?
95%. No, 95% of men. It's the facial reaction when a lady is arguing with you, and she could be right. But
All those going
like
on.
Mike said, a man can't take a man can't take that. Some
This
men
is
can.
like
Some men are normal in this world. Some men love peace and happiness and equality. A lot of men don't. A lot of men don't like this.
All these generalizations are wild for me. No, all of anybody don't believe in nothing. We're not.
no. This is like the like in Germany, they didn't like the GPS being a woman voice. They didn't want the woman telling
It's
them what to do.
outrageous. It's outrageous. It's outrageous.
I want a woman to talk on my GPS.
Yeah.
You know, like
I made my Siri a British lady.
I think
it's fire.
the part that's going to get her in the most trouble, though,
Okay.
is in that lawsuit. The complainant specifies that when it came about her banging the executive in Acho, and then she revealed to her that her plan, now these allegations, that her plan was, if it ever came to a head, she was going to say that she was sexually harassed. That, I think, from a cultural standpoint, and him catching winning, I don't know if the guy's married or not, but she's not going to be there very long.
No, she's a crash. She's a whole crash. She just want to crash out. Like, yeah, you can't.
And Mike, guess what, Mike? Guess what, Miz? You just said that comment. Put Mike's comment up, man. This is
that's what I'm saying. Wow, Mike.
No. That's what she's gonna end up. No, that's what she's gonna end up having to speak about. To have any relevancy is women.
That'll be the home for her. The women will be like, all right, come on. But they're not gonna play fair over there either. Look, WNBA got the golden goose egg and the entire time tried to tank their league.
But you know,
like, that's what they're operating.
You know how a side lady is, right? You know who her dog is?
Who?
Taylor Rooks. Taylor Rooks. Taylor Rooks got their own show. They got their own little show. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. She's gonna go over there, but they're not gonna receive her so well. They don't receive anyone well.
And shout out to Taylor.
I mean, honestly, I thought she was a hustler, man, because I would hear her.
She is literally
on a bunch of different radio shows, which she does not, I mean, listen, you got the face for TV, like for real.
Yeah, ain't just the face for TV. Look, she did what she did, but she is a hustler. That's why she is the way she is, because she's like, yo, I'm not gonna have nobody fuck this up for me. I did all this. It's not gonna be in vain. I'm gonna be on every show. I'm gonna be every place that I could be. I'm gonna be. So yeah, I mean, she sold it, but at a premium.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
at least the lady said good things about Colin Coward in the lawsuit.
Yeah. They had nothing good things to say about Coward.
I wonder who he paid for that. I want to know.
Didn't they say that Shannon was tapping it too?
Oh no, nobody. Everybody.
No, they said they said that her and Shay had pictures of them at a Dodgers game years back. But I mean, hey, Shannon probably was clapping it. Listen here.
We all know what he about. Just to make sure. We all know the lengths he'll go to make sure people don't call him gay no more.
Right, exactly.
Man, poor Earl Watson, man.
Well, Earl.
That was her ex-husband who caught her cheating.
Earl, man, come on, you gotta know. You like
Earl.
Hey, you gotta be this tall to ride that ride, Earl. Like you should have known what was happening.
No, listen, Mike. I don't appreciate you talking about Lizzo in this manner.
She broke up with Earl.
Yeah, he probably
but Earl divorced her. He filed for divorce.
Okay, yeah.
Lizzo was a wonderful looking lady.
He was trapped in the closet.
No, he wouldn't have got the job if she looked like Lizzo. Absolutely not.
Gotten a job? Where? No. Hell no. What are y'all talking about?
We wouldn't even know that this was Jason Taylor's sister if she would look like Lizzo.
I don't all jokes aside and not being a dickhead. I don't know a fat woman in sports. They're not even allowed around the motherfucker. It's crazy.
Ramona Shelburne.
But she grandfathered into that.
She was probably looking
she's from the era where they still put guys like Craig Sager on the camera. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Rest in peace of Craig, man. Definitely.
Like, he had to start
Right,
wearing them
man.
suits because he was the most pale, pasty, boring ass white guys. He had to stop wearing them suits.
We're talking about Joy, man. Let's talk about Skip's old ass, man. This is the inner Skip.
Yeah, that's fair. We can't pile on.
1.5 million for some box.
Yes.
Yo, that shit must have been crazy rumors about what that box do. That's nuts. 1.5?
Bruh. Like,
It
you
ain't
can
tricking if you
literally,
got it, but we know, Skip, you ain't got it like that.
you
Yo,
can
that's
literally
crazy.
go to OnlyFans and find something nearby.
That's like
At a fraction of the cost.
yeah, that's like 200 mail order brides. Like, you can. What are you?
Ernestine mad right now. Skip's career, if we didn't think it was over, it's over officially. This lawsuit.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Still not.
Mike's right. He about to lose it all. His wife's gonna divorce him, get paid.
Here's why I don't think it's really gonna be. I don't know how much of Skip's image is based on him being squeaky clean. Everybody hates him already,
bro. He gonna be up there with Barstool like tomorrow.
Yeah, yo, hey, all of Joe Rogan's fans, all of Joe Rogan's fans don't give a shit about this.
No. You know why I say this in Skip's defense? How old is Skip? Skip's like 70.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. He was already defying odds. He was already defying odds. Like, he's an old white guy that people still listen to somehow.
No, they about to
about basketball.
He's about to be stressed out over this situation. He's about to be stressed the hell out. And he's too old to be stressed out. Yeah, this is about to be some shit that he didn't think he was going to do to him.
He going to work more. Watch. He going to have to. He going to have to. He about to lose half of it. He going to have to work more, not less. We gonna see a lot of Skip.
All right.
It's gonna be a bunch of Skip doing Took's videos back in the day. Just
he was
doing
grabbing the girl's booty every day. She said, giving her a hug, being old.
Yeah.
He was being old, and she said, "Hey man, I'm gonna sue you out, man."
Man, if them Jordans could talk.
Did y'all see this fight yesterday between the Arizona Cardinals and the San Francisco 49ers? These two guys got ejected. Jennings and some other guy from Arizona. I don't know who the other guy was. But it's always interesting to see an actual fight like go all the way through. Like nobody was there really to break it up. They got to get some swings in,
Not a punch thrown. Not a single punch thrown. You mean fight?
It ain't no punch thrown, and the crazy
they was practicing Muay Thai.
I mean, football fights are traditionally like the worst fights because you got the big helmet on.
Swing that shit. The real one.
You need to throat punch a motherfucker sometimes.
Murphy Bunting, that's right.
Murphy Bunting.
That's who the guy was.
Well, Murphy Bunting, I'm gonna give him the points, and I'm gonna give him the split decision. For Jennings though, god damn, he started hot in the season. He got hurt. He was actually trying to climb 1,000 yards and would have got a huge incentive for it, but then he got ejected from the game for fighting. So,
you kidding me?
Fuck the bag up.
Money on the line?
How you fuck the bag up?
Fuck the bag up.
Damn, bro.
Okay. Yeah, I agree, Mike. He tossed Tyler. That was funny.
So
they're like the same height, but that dude Eamon is an actual athlete. That is a pasty white man from.
That's great, man.
I mean, Tyler Hero, man. Damn, Tyler.
I fuck with Tyler too. I fuck with Tyler.
He's mad I was killing him.
Yeah, he got too close to God on that one.
All right, man. Let's do our best and worst quarterbacks of the week. My worst of the week, Sam Darnold.
Yeah, he got locked up.
18 of 40.
We not putting this on Sam. No, we're not putting this on Sam. No, you want to know why? Because I sat there and watched a guy who's not a starter lock Jetta up. He couldn't do nothing. That was bad. It was bad. Man had 8 points. Lost me in fantasy league.
166, no touchdowns, no interceptions.
They both sucked. They were all off. Whole team was terrible.
Anybody else got worse?
Not worse.
I mean, worse.
Mike's got Daniel Jones once again, his worst quarterback of the week.
Bro didn't play. Haven't played in a minute.
Carson Wentz even do anything?
Yeah.
Nah, he was garbage.
I would say him, but hey, man, you only played one game this year. Yeah, Sam Darnold, this right here, only because of the statistics here. Like, you know, my rule with 200 yards, Will.
Yeah.
You can't throw the ball 41 times.
You gotta get there.
You know that. So I would give him
Don't want to hear it. If you can't crack two don't want to hear it.
Oh man, I saw a bunch of bad passes from him, bro. Like high, behind. Yeah.
I say Russell Wilson for me.
Oh yeah, that's another one.
17 for 31, 148 yards.
Yeah,
no catches from his best receiver. No catches.
Yeah.
He throws pretty much two passes. The 3-pointer or the layup.
Mr. Unlimited.
Really threes and layers. But anyways, can we get the best though? My man Bryce Young was balling.
Yeah, Bryce, man.
Oh, funny you brought him up. Bryce Young.
Shout out to Bryce.
With the no look Steph Curry pass.
I love it.
Hold on, my man.
which is wild because his guys, they definitely are liable to drop something.
That was 5 touchdowns. You gotta change that. He had 5 total touchdowns, maybe. Yes.
5?
Yeah, he rushed for 2, right? He rushed for 2.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, okay.
Hey, my best MF and Bo Nix, man.
Yeah, man.
26 for 29, 4 tubs.
My dumb ass played JD Daniels bitch ass over him and lost.
Oh, because he didn't play.
Yeah.
Hey, damn.
Games.
Well,
damn.
Why did you play a man that got benched in the first half, after the first half or whatever?
I don't know. Yeah, because you don't get to see that.
Hey, damn.
He's gonna play. Is he gonna play you? We're gonna play him, and then they just take him out. Trash.
Yeah, coach.
Is Sean Payton the quarterback guru again?
Listen, I don't like Sean Payton. Okay, he can't do nothing right for me. Nothing.
He brought y'all the Super Bowl, man. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Help rebuild y'all city.
He left us. He left us with a big bill, and you blame everybody else.
No, that bill's still there. That's Mickey Loomis.
He ain't leaving.
Yeah, he left the bill. Okay, he left the bill.
He left because he knew what Mickey was doing to him.
Right.
He left the bill because this is the way Sean Payton structured things.
I'm gonna be real.
He got whatever he wanted. That's what Mickey Loomis got.
That defense helped in the beginning stages. That defense helped in the beginning stages of the season for Bo. And then when Bo lit up, the offense and the defense just look crazy. That Broncos defense is pretty good.
Yeah.
Best corner in the game.
It's pretty good. Shout out to the Broncos, man. They're in the playoffs. Shout out to Sean Payton. Said fuck New Orleans. I'm over here in Denver now. Mile high. I still get caught for weed over in New Orleans. But you know, it's good. It's good to see. It's good to see that man, Bo Nix, along with Jaden Daniels, you know, gonna be rookies in the playoffs, man. That's dope. Dope as hell.
Yep.
Portland suddenly looked like a top 10 wide receiver again.
Yeah,
if he ever was.
I got a question for y'all.
I thought he was a bust.
Oh, did you?
I did.
Imagine that. Look at the numbers.
Very sorry, Coach. What's your question, Coach?
Very similar.
How do y'all feel about the rumors of the Browns potentially moving Myles Garrett?
I love it. He don't need to be in that shit show no more. He's a guy that should be trying to get to a team that can get him closer to where the Browns would never take him to. That's my opinion on Myles Garrett.
I thought it was funny because didn't we just talk about this? And some people were like, "Nah, he ain't leaving." Yeah, he gone.
Yep. That was the 2 Cleveland fans in the group.
Well, the issue would be Myles Garrett is a minority owner for the Cavs.
So the hell what? He can still be a minority owner. Aaron Rodgers is still minority owner in the Bucks. He play in New York.
Yeah. I mean, but I'm saying that's the only issue I can come up with.
Cavs ain't win no championships never, man. Fuck that shit, man. Come when you need to come.
I looked at his contract today. I think it's like 1 year and then a second year of a player option, if I'm not mistaken. But he's only on the books for $19 million. considering the player, that's a steal.
Yeah.
Definitely. Mike said the Giants will
I
over
want
Miles
to touch on
Garrett.
something Dale just said though.
Yeah, his cap number is 19 million. The dead cap number for the Browns will be 36 million though, if they let him go. So it's probably going to come with some kind of renegotiated contract. So that the other team picks up the tab pretty much, and then I can see it happening.
We got a fourth overall pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely worth at least one first at the starting point.
The Giants don't need Miles Garrett right now.
They need everything else
out there.
They need every single thing else except for, I guess, maybe a receiver.
I guess literally the only thing y'all don't need there, bro, is help on the defensive line. That's just being greedy, Mike. Come on, man.
I want Dale to pull up Cortland Sutton's numbers.
Okay.
Since you thought he was a bust.
Yeah.
But gave me a month worth of shit to say that about London.
And this is me talking in fantasy language. Okay.
Here we he's already copping out. He ain't even get there yet.
No, that's the real deal. I had him on my team last year.
Receivers.
Let's
talk about a real receiver, man. Mike Evans. Shout out to Mike Evans. 11 straight over 1,000 yards. And he missed like 6 games. Legendary shit right there. Only Jerry Rice can say he did it. Shout out to Mike Evans, man. And he did it in style. And he did it against the Saints, which is even more better.
Yeah, the whole stadium knew he was getting the ball. He still got it.
Yeah, that was dope. Then he walked off, didn't dap nobody, just made moves.
Yeah, I think that record was yesterday. I think didn't Neighbors break a record as well?
Only for like an hour or 2 hours until
Brock Bowers broke it.
Brock Bowers ends up with the most catches by a rookie at 120.
Scary Terry broke the franchise record for touchdowns.
I can't name another receiver from that franchise except for like Santana Moss and Lavernius Coles.
Oh, you got to go back to the Joe Theismann days.
I know, and I can't. So
that's the part that surprised me. I thought Art Monk at least had. I think he broke Art Monk's record.
Like my man Pierre Garçon, they stepped in the mud a little bit over there.
2 years. 2 years of kind of playing ball for them, maybe.
Yo, him and RG3, that first connection, dog, I thought he was about to go crazy for the rest of his career.
Bro went over there and showed us he was a number 3 receiver.
It's crazy, man. But
and I think was it Micah tied Reggie White for consecutive 12 sack seasons.
Nice. Shout out to Micah.
And Jerry, he already told you he don't need to be the highest paid defender in the league if you bringing in talent. You hear that? That's how you do it, man.
He's just gonna sign him and then not bring in talent.
That's exactly what's gonna happen.
That's what he gonna do.
And Mikey gonna force his way to Philly.
Damn shame.
Listen, I got an interesting little list here. Shout out to Pro Football. Wild card playoff fantasy football rankings. Now these are in Dale's case fantasy rankings, but we could kind of take it into if we want to bring it into the best QB debate, which we can't because this is fantasy talk, but yeah, we can do it. Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Jaden Daniels, Jalen Hurts, Baker Mayfield, top 5. If you're playing fantasy this weekend, they say those are the 5 QBs that you should be aiming for in order to have fantasy success and or win money or whatever you're doing. If you're still playing fantasy,
playoff fantasy. That's wild.
Crazy as hell. I don't know who does it, but shout out to the people that do.
If they are, it might be time for an intervention. It sounds like they got a problem.
All right, so these are stats you were talking about, Will.
What the year? Let me see the year. His second season was better than any Drake London season ever.
It was.
Okay.
And this guy was a bust, but London isn't. Okay, I got it.
Cool.
See how we moving, Dale.
All right. Then.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad we cleared that up.
Yeah. Full of
All
it.
right. So let's take a quick break, and then we'll come back. We're gonna do some overreactions to the games of our teams that were played this last week, where none of our teams are going to the playoffs. So you guys stick around. We'll be right back.
AirPods. Convenient and small. AirPods. Versatile with high fidelity. AirPods. Listen to music or talk on the phone. AirPods. Now with concealable subwoofer. Now drop that bass.
This is an emergency message. Stop what you're doing and hit the like button. Also comment and subscribe. Thank you. We now return you to your program.
We are back with the play call sheet, and we're about to get into some overreactions. The first one, the Patriots beat the Bills 23-16. Thoughts about the game here, Will, and your young guys, how they looked, everything like that.
Man, listen. Couldn't even tank, right? I told everybody they're probably gonna win this game because they dumb and because I knew the Bills were gonna try their hardest to lose it. The overreaction is anybody want Joe Milton for a first rounder? Looking good. Looking good. I never wanted to draft. I was mad when we got it because I knew this was gonna be a problem. There's some people who really want to see him go over Drake. So
this is like the reverse RG3 cousin situation.
Yep. The athlete doesn't get to start.
Yeah.
And so we're already where that ended up. Let's just stop now and move this guy. Like he just showed us one really good game. I'm sure there's a team out there who thinks they could win it all with him. So,
but the lower pick was the better quarterback in Washington's case.
Yeah,
is that the case here?
I don't think so. I think you put him in a game like this. That's the type of game he could win. A game that we're not even trying to win, but he can win it. Like
ain't nobody studying. He's going out there playing.
He's one of those crazy athletes, man. He's basically like, he's basically AR. No bullshit. He's Anthony Richardson almost, like.
Okay.
So, but yeah, if anybody want another Anthony Richardson, we got you. Yeah, Mike, we went full giant, man. Full giant. We were doing so well. We managed to hop over the Panthers and the Giants. Well, we did so good to get up there, and then that's why Mayo don't got a job today.
And then Will Levis wants to make all the memes. Wants to make a meme every week for himself. So then they felt bad for the Titans and said, "Hey, Tennessee, you can take it."
Yeah, terrible.
We're gonna take your old coach. Y'all take the number one pick.
Okay.
I thought they was guaranteed a top 3 pick, dog. I was like, damn, they went to 4.
So stupid. Travis Hunter sweepstakes over because it was stupid.
The Cowboys lost to the Commanders 23-19. Two, what you had to say about this one?
I like the blue jerseys. I always like the blue jerseys. Yeah, man. The Commanders had to get their get back in the last game of the season, man, for what we did to them early in the season. Regardless if they won or lost this game anyway, they would have been playoff contenders. As I said, man, for the last 5-6 weeks, man, just play hard. And they've been doing that. So I can't be mad. I have no overreactions on my team. I'm just waiting for next season, man, so we can fuck the world up.
This is why everybody hates y'all.
It's hurting me. It's hurting me right now that we ain't gonna be in the playoffs. It's hurting me right now.
It shouldn't. You should be used to it.
I can't wait to August. I can't wait to September.
And they're like it's the candy corn of the NFL because every year you're gonna stick your hand in that jar thinking it's gonna be good again, and every year it's gonna prove to you it's not good.
One day I'm gonna have a Werther come out that candy jar, Will, and not no candy corn.
You ain't gonna get nowhere. Yeah. The only people who eat Werther's are the last people that saw y'all be good. Like that's all y'all won.
Now that's a good one, Will.
Werther's Originals out the wrapper in the pocket.
Hey, I like the way that they performed yesterday. Like I've been saying since week 6. Play hard, but but lose.
Like
and now they at the 12th spot. That's the sweet spot of the draft, where if Gianti's there, they can justify taking him at 12.
Yeah, you couldn't take him at 5 or 7.
Nah, that's a bad move.
12, you can do it. I think Gibbs made it easier for everybody with the running back situation right now. They took Gibbs and people gave him shit for it, and he's been killing.
And that's why I think in the draft that they smart, they're going to take 2 running backs. You're going to have your running back 1 to pair with Rico, and have your younger guy to develop.
And call Miami about Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, I said it.
We're further away from Dallas winning the Super Bowl than the Dallas Super Bowl was away from Star Wars coming out. little rivalry shots.
We see you, dog. We'll see y'all next year for another 2. We already got 2 wins easy next year against y'all guys.
I don't know. They might get a real quarterback in there. Who knows?
If they smart,
still 2 easy wins.
If they smart, y'all might see me act a fool if they take Ashton and that back door and take Mike All-Star 2.0 out of Arizona State. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Scatterboo?
He get mad love in Texas. He got a Texas last name.
Scatterboo is a dog. Yeah, Scatterboo's a dog.
Yeah, man.
You're gonna take 2
straight up dog.
Y'all first 2 picks, we can running back. I'm gonna laugh my ass off.
All right, and the Saints fall to the Tampa Bay Bucks 27-19. We look good that first half. Like thought it was happening. I thought the offense was doing their thing. Spencer Rattler looked good, and
he did. He looked good.
That second half. There was nothing.
That fall off from that hope drug got to be worse than a hangover, man. It's flat on your face when you fall from that. Great heights.
But look, I feel better about it because we lost. It's a loss that helps us in the long run, of course, yeah. But we got to mess with Falcons fans because it was up for a whole half. They was rooting us on. Yes, go Saints, beat them. And then we collapsed on them. And y'all sitting at home with us.
Another Saints moral victory.
Hey, that's the worst thing that could have happened if we would have won and helped the Falcons. That's the worst thing that would have happened. Forget the Falcons. Hate the Falcons.
So y'all hate the Falcons, but you give the division to the most successful franchise in your division.
I don't care. They were minutes away from firing their coach if we beat them.
I don't think he's safe.
For sure, he was going to get fired. Lost to us. We're not trying to help anybody else in the division, Coach,
including yourselves.
So, now the question earlier from Casey. So here's the reality. Here's the reality, Casey. You're not gonna like it. All right. But Derek Carr's gonna be on the team next year. All right. And that's because he's got so much money that's due to him, they're gonna have to restructure his contract to help get under the salary cap. Okay. And then if they get rid of him, it's like a $40 million cap hit, which further hurts the cap next year. and hamstrings you to doing whatever you want to do. So
sounds like something they would do.
Well, that's what's going to happen.
They gonna cut him? They gonna fuck themselves up?
Nope, because he be hanging out with his buddy. When he see hanging out with John Gruden,
Well, who's that?
Derek Carr. He was seen hanging out with Gruden.
Okay, yeah, maybe. Yeah, that's one of the rumors. Gruden is one of the rumors persons to be talked about for the head coaching job. Whatever.
And that's a guy that's overrated.
Yeah, I agree. Absolutely overrated.
Mike, you just take anybody right now.
Somebody else's roster.
Mike said, "I'll take Carr. I'll take the old Carr. I'll take the hoopty. I'll take it all."
But then, weren't you okay with the McCarthy? He also only won a ship with someone else's team.
So, yeah, Mike McCarthy.
Mike McCarthy?
Yeah.
Him and Aaron Rodgers won with Brett Favre's team.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, they won with someone else's team.
They won with Brett's team. Brett set the conflict for them, man.
So, yep, that's that. So we'll see who they end up trying to hire. The interviews I did see that they were planning to interview I think David Shaw, the former Stanford.
I like that guy.
Coach.
Yeah.
Why?
I like that guy.
What has he done?
What's he done? He didn't. Stanford did not drop off after Harbaugh left.
Okay, sure. Good job.
I think considering who y'all last coach was, y'all need to simmer down on who y'all coach should be. Let us other teams help y'all out.
Pretty much.
We all knew that shit wasn't gonna work.
The hire made sense just from the standpoint of
never.
If you like
that
defense,
never made sense.
If you like your defense,
no,
and you like the structure of your defense, then you want to keep the guy there. That's running.
No, y'all totally forgot what he did with the Raiders.
Yeah, I get that. I totally understand that. I'm talking about just from the standpoint of the
should have brought in another head coach and kept him at DC where he's better suited at, just like Spags.
Well, that's the head coach's job to hire the defense coordinator. That'd be some Jerry Jones stuff. It'd be like, hey, you the coach, but that's DC.
Yeah, you trying to say y'all ain't that ain't based on how y'all doing the cap, man? Y'all following the lead.
Yeah, Mickey gonna run y'all into the ground.
The real story is this is the structure that was taken after Drew Brees. So this really happened after the Super Bowl. The owner was like, hey, keep being aggressive. I want a Super Bowl. And so they've been aggressive. That was the mandate. And that's where it came from.
That was 13 years ago, bro.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that was the mandate, and that's the reason why the structure took the way it did. I mean, that's what it came.
What's the definition of insanity?
If the owner says to do it and they cutting the checks, because every restructure you do, you're cutting checks. So the owner is well aware of what was going on.
Cowboy mentality. I don't know what it is.
That's not cowboy mentality at all.
Oh, really? Really? Cause the owner tell you what to do? Huh?
Y'all ain't restructured and calling checks. So. That's checks all the way.
The only reason why y'all not the same is because we F up or re-sign the talent we have. Y'all draft terrible. That's why you go out and get free agents.
Yeah, that's fine. I got no problem with
that. So two sides of the same coin.
Well, no, it's not.
A quarter with two heads on it? Damn.
It's two different things.
Damn.
So Hard Knocks. This was the episode where we talked about short weeks, because just about most of the teams on there were playing on Christmas or some other kind of short week, some other kind of version of a short week. You got to hear about the coaches what they thought about it. Yeah, and players, of course. Yeah, it sucks. We don't have the time to prepare and all that kind of stuff. But look at the teams that's playing on this day. Look at the teams that's not playing on this day. I'd rather be a team playing on this day than not a team playing on this day, because the good teams play on this day, the bad teams play on Sunday at 12 or whatever. And that's the reality of it. What'd you say?
Like the Texans playing at 4:30 on Saturday every time they make the playoffs.
Yeah. And so they talked about that. We got to see the game where Joe Burrow comes down and wins at the last minute there. That was pretty dramatic and everything like that. Look, and coming up to I hope we get to go into the playoffs with Hard Knocks, because the Ravens and the Steelers are playing. And again, I want that episode of Hard Knocks, because that last one with them playing, the preparation and all that kind of stuff, that was really intriguing to see, man. So I hope we go into that further.
I think the Ravens got a bad. I think the Ravens might have got a bad pick of the straw here. Playing this is the third time they'll be meeting this season, correct? Yeah, this is gonna.
Yes. Yep. He played division twice. So
they split during the regular season. So
right.
It'll be interesting.
So yeah, that's the matchups there in the playoffs.
Before you do this playoff bracket, we have breaking news here. The STWF. Shout out to my man Dominic.
Mm-hmm.
Zeke Elliott is in the playoffs. Yes, I repeat, Zeke Elliott is in the playoffs. He has signed with the Los Angeles Chargers.
Okay. All right.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs?
Yeah, maybe, but that's because Russell Wilson struggles with, throwing the ball to receivers that are not just running 9 routes. So yeah, that's the deal with that. So with these playoff matchups though, what are you looking forward to the most? What matchup?
I'm looking forward. I am honestly looking forward to the two middle matchups in both conferences. Washington, Tampa Bay, and I'm looking forward again. Sorry, not Buffalo. I'm not Baltimore, Seattle. Denver against Buffalo. That's the matchup I'm intrigued for. Because Josh Allen gonna have to beat Kobe Bryant 44 times more this Sunday. He gonna have to. You have to put a Rolex out. Jaden Daniels versus Baker Mayfield. That's gonna be dope too. That's like that Washington Tampa Bay. That reminds me of like late '90s, early 2000s playoff field. With Washington would end up playing Tampa in like the divisional round, wild card round. It kind of gives me that feel. So kind of an old school mentality feel that both of those teams hopefully will present this weekend. So yeah, those are the two matches I'm intrigued by.
Coach, you got a favorite matchup here? Playoffs?
Yeah, the Philly and Green Bay game.
Okay. All right.
Both franchises I despise. Yeah, I wish they can play to a 0-0 tie, but I'm intrigued by how that plays out. And then on the other side, who was it? Who did the Chargers play?
The Chargers and the Texans.
That one.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, is Stroud for real?
Yeah. Well, so Stroud has been struggling. Pretty much, I had him as the worst quarterback last week. And Will is saying the Packers and the Eagles is his marquee matchup. But yeah, I had Stroud as like the worst quarterback of the week, and that's because like over the past 10 games or so like that he was like struggling bad. So we'll see if he can put it back together this time around and make something good happen. It's been a struggle.
They paper division champions. because obviously nobody in this division wanted to compete this year. So, yeah. And then the Chargers have been on the up, but then we kind of go back to reality and we're like, well, maybe this is a team that they are, and they can show this on Saturday. Maybe the Texans can show on Saturday that they at least deserve to be in the playoffs.
Yeah.
It's going to be an interesting situation to see what happens there. Stroud's been terrible all year. If he turns up starting Saturday, that's going to be crazy.
Stroud hasn't had a 300-yard game since October.
300 total yards?
And that's a sophomore slump.
Yeah. Like every other game, he is below 300. I'm telling you, bro. That's the last time he threw for 300 yards. October 6th.
No. No. Listen here. Patty's different. We're not allowed on this show no more to compare Patty to anybody else. Patty's on his own treetop, and is anybody else.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, look, he's winning. Like, you're back into the playoffs.
The Texans did beat Buffalo.
And Texans aren't winning. They're in the playoffs. What are we talking about?
We backed into the playoffs, though, for the most part.
So what? You just said this is where you would want to be more than any place in the world right now. Is in the playoffs. So, and now you're going to turn around and be like,
of course I want to be in the playoffs, but they're in the playoffs maybe despite him and not because of him.
Come on, man. You put any other, you go put a random quarterback on there and what? They're going to still be the same team?
Okay. No, don't get me started talking about Tua and his backups.
What are you saying? That's my point. You can't just put anybody in there.
Oh, no.
We're saying he's struggling. He's having a sophomore slump.
Hey, the Texans are doing the same thing the Buccaneers did. The same thing the Buccaneers did last year. You know, nobody in the division wanted to compete. So, hey, we're just going to rack up as many wins as we can against the division. And when two of the playoffs, hey, I'm not mad at them for that at all. They made the playoffs. But in terms of team, they're not a good team this year. But the playoffs can lead for you to become something. And if Stroud is able to break the sophomore slump to have a great playoffs, hey, Stroud do it. That's the opportunity too. So
yeah,
it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope.
That'd be great. That'd be great if you can do that. All right, let's talk a little bit about some college playoffs.
It's getting round.
Playoffs are going in college as well. And so now we're getting down to the semis here. The final 8 teams here, right? Final 4 teams here. And we got Ohio State versus Texas here, Coach. How did you feel about your win, first off, and how do you feel about your chances versus Ohio State?
The win was very lucky. They fought, they scratched, but I think Arizona gave the game away in overtime.
Okay.
As far as the chances, essentially it's a home game for them. I don't think it's going to matter though because I just don't trust Ewers.
Okay.
Now if we can get the Ewers who traditionally in the past stepped up and he played well like he did, against the Alabamas and stuff like that, then yeah, they got a chance. But just the inconsistency. I will say this. I saw the statement. What's the quarterback for Ohio State?
Will Howard.
Yeah, he said the only team that he hadn't beat is Texas when he was at K-State. Hey, man, don't get that defense riled up, man.
Hold on, he said he beat Texas while he was at K-State, he said?
No, Texas is the only Big 12 team that he never beat.
Okay, so he's pitting.
He ain't say nothing wrong.
He's pitting Texas on the
Coach O'Neill's trying to manufacture some. He ain't say nothing wrong.
Don't give them any type of bulletin board material.
He didn't. You calling it material, but he didn't. He just said he never beat them.
Hey, whatever they need. Just like with MJ, whatever you need to try to motivate yourself.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is his job was going to fabricate this shit anyway in your own minds. He didn't really do anything.
Yeah, yeah,
bro,
man.
Bro said his record in career, and they were like, "Oh, that's it. Turn him up."
Yeah, Texas. They've had their first 2 games have been, they pulled out wins. But this is going to deter. This is going to turn the latitude and the fortitude of a champion here against this Ohio State team. Because Ohio State's been rolling. They rolled over Tennessee. They rolled over Oregon. But you don't want to roll over too many teams so many times because that eventually gets back to you and bites you in the ass. This is going to be a classic right here.
How? I don't know. All I know is this.
It's going to be classic. It's going to be a classic right here. It's going to be happening. Hold on, this is what I'm saying. For Jake, first off, because Jake all season, you know what I'm saying, though they was winning, he had complaints about his team. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure a lot of people have complaints about their team even when they're winning. But that stuff just don't go away, I feel. Me, personally. Because I had the same player with Texas, with their quarterback. This is why I said it's going to be a good game. Interesting. Because it's interesting to see if the quarterback of Ohio State can maintain playing good and to see if the QB switches don't go switching for the Longhorns. It's going to be an exciting game to see, man. But I'm not saying Ohio State's all for the taking to win this game. Texas should win this game.
It's Ohio State's game to lose.
Don't do that.
They're the favorite.
Don't do that.
Hey, who's playing the best ball right now?
Y'all got the higher seed, man. Don't sugarcoat that.
No, we got the higher seed, blah blah blah. But who's playing the best ball right now? According to Will's eye test.
Whoa.
So, but I will say, more than likely, the winner of this game is going to win the championship.
How is it a whack thing to say? First off, you here commenting, you could be in the show with us. Why is it a whack thing to say? Too many rollovers. You've had too many rollovers. You yourself as a fan every week. Fuck Will Howard. Fire the coach. Of course, your team's winning, so you like that. But all that shit doesn't go away, Jake. That's what I'm saying. How's it a sour thing to say? All that shit doesn't go away. Ultimately, it bites you in the ass. To me.
Why? But why would it bite you in the ass? That's what I don't understand.
Because when they lose, guess what's going to happen? Fire the coach. The QB sucks. When they lose, that's going to be the reason why they lose. The QB and the coach.
It sounds like it's going to bite Day in the ass.
No. More Day than Howard. Yeah, absolutely. But that's what I'm saying. As soon as they lose Ohio State, we're going to hear Jake crying, talking about fire the coach. Fire the coach.
Well, to be fair, he's been saying that the whole time. So
that's what I'm saying. They're winning right now, so it's all sweet and gold. What I'm saying is that shit just don't go away.
I'm not gonna lie. I've had plenty of conversations with Jake on this. He'll be the first one to tell you, even with the success that this season, he's mad they didn't beat Michigan. That's everything to them. It really is everything to those fans. And the fact that they didn't win that game, like I've literally heard him say, like, I don't even care if we win it all. Now, with that, I said, all right, don't celebrate it, which of course he's gonna. You're gonna. But you're gonna though. But you're gonna.
He's a fan.
That's how it is.
He's a fan. No, he's a fan. That's what it is. So don't say I'm wrong for something that you're ultimately gonna do, and you're not gonna hold it in. You're gonna show it out. Come on, bro.
It's something that everybody would do. Though.
We know the real reason why you ain't here tonight, though, bro. We know the real reason why you ain't here.
Oh, what are we doing? Anywho, yeah, I think the best football we've seen out of Texas is really good football. I think the best football we've seen out of Ohio State is the best team in the nation. I think Ohio State gonna win this game.
Now, none of these teams in the Final Four are conference champions. Is that a problem?
No,
not necessarily.
No, first year, we still got some kinks to work out.
Yeah,
all these teams are running, except for Penn State, they're running ups. Well, technically, I feel like they're running ups.
Yeah, that's
Shout out to Notre Dame though.
Yeah, shout out to the Domers, man. That kid, I kind of forgot all year that's where Riley Cooper went. Riley's a beast, bro. He's a gamer. I don't even care about what he's gonna be in the next level, but he give me Tebow vibes. Like, he ready to throw his body at everything. He did it in that game, hopping up over dudes to get a first down. Like, he's a gamer. That's an advantage in this tournament for sure.
The pick's still here. The pick's still here, man. Notre Dame pick's still alive, man.
Okay.
I think Notre Dame beats Penn State.
You already came in here with OH. Like, we know what you're gonna do. So
We know why he ain't in here tonight.
we don't. I don't know what you're saying.
We do. We'll talk about it in a little bit. Why he's not
Okay.
here.
All right. Well, that's our college football playoff breakdown a little bit. So be sure to watch the SEC Pub on Wednesday. We'll be talking a little bit more about this. We're talking about transfer portal and whatever else I decide to talk about. So yeah,
Jake used to hate on Riley Leonard when he was a Dookie. Ironic too. He's a good.
Just an update on the pick'em. We're still doing the pick'em through the playoffs as well.
Oh, really? I've been quit.
Yeah.
I didn't pick any games last week.
Really?
I'm in last. I'm in last place. I haven't picked shit in like 7 weeks.
Coach, you probably still good. I'm looking at your drop this 4. So I'm assuming you still got like another week in there that's still good. Because we dropped the 2 lowest scores pretty much. So yeah, just keep on your picks and you'll be right there in it with us. So
you was hating.
It was only me and Coach in here. So
I heard. All
right. And we're gonna wrap up the show, of course, with our power rankings. Now that the playoffs have begun, this is probably gonna be our last power rankings here. So the order I have this week: Philadelphia at 5, Baltimore at 4, Buffalo 3, Detroit 2, Kansas City 1.
Man, Vikings fell out, huh?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go here. We're gonna go Buffalo 5. We're gonna go Eagles 4. I'm gonna go Baltimore 3, Lions 2. The champions, and today ain't champions no more. They're gonna be no.
I got Baltimore 5. Eagles 4. Lions 3. Bills 2. Chiefs back to 1.
Okay. Coach, power rankings.
Sold to the man driving.
Are y'all hearing that playoffs drop?
Playoff? No, we're not hearing that.
No, we
I heard it earlier.
When I played it,
That's all that I keep hearing.
Yeah.
Really? No.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
It's like looped over and over again.
You just keep hearing playoffs. Playoffs. That's crazy. I think you just got that shit stuck in your head.
Playoffs? What talk about? Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs?
You kidding me?
It stopped.
He got that shit on the loop. That shit's on his MP3. It's on his phone, just playing in the background.
Okay. I don't know what was open. I had to close.
What time it is?
I had to close, so I don't know what was open.
Okay.
That's funny.
So power rankings, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll probably say number 5. I've got Baltimore.
Okay.
Huh?
Nothing. Just try to win a game.
Number 4, I got the Eagles.
Yeah.
Number 3, I've got Kansas City. Number 2, I've got the Bills. And the favorites, I got the Detroit Lions at number 1.
Okay.
They're so beat up. I'm worried about them.
Mm-hmm.
They just keep losing players, and they're all corners.
But it's weird because it's their secondary that is pushing that defense along, which is crazy. So are
they locked up Jetta? Put the clamps on Jetta.
And their offense coordinator, he's such a weapon for them.
Yeah.
He loses somebody, he's like, you know what? We're just going to game plan around that. That's why he's a high coaching prospect right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to be the most sought after coach. For sure.
There, you seen that?
Yeah, I closed it.
You closed it.
Yeah.
Who is that?
Let's look at the parlay
Wrestling
chat.
spoiler. That's what it is.
No. I didn't spoil it for that reason. I want you to read the sign.
Okay.
It wasn't the person, it was the sign.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Reason why Jake's not here tonight is because Jake didn't win the pick'em this year. Because if Jake would have won the pick'em this year, Jake would have definitely been in studio because we know how he is. When he has the hot hand, he likes to come in studio and brag about it. But guess what, Jake? I got your ass this time, man. I'm gonna tell you because I told Coach.
Hey, but last year you lost like this though. You had it at the end of the season last year.
But guess what? When you lose like this, you learn how to not lose like it again. And this is
pull the chess move.
I said you pull the chess move. So we have no deadline on when to do this in the last couple of weeks because we've been not on shows. So Saturday were the games. I waited for everybody to put their picks in, and I picked everything but one, knowing that Jake was going to change a pick. Yeah. What did Jake do? Jake changed his Sunday night pick to the Vikings, which would have just had us at a standstill. So he definitely took a bullet. Shout out to you, Jake.
So he went for the win. So he went for the win.
Yeah, he went for the win. And guess what?
Yeah.
He didn't win. So
yeah, but guess what? You won the regular season last year, too.
No. The same energy that was towards him last year when he won, I want the same energy. I'm the pick'em champion.
He didn't win, though. You didn't win yet, though. That's the thing. You did this last year. Last year, you won the regular season and lost in the playoffs.
No. I did not win the regular season last year. Jake won the regular season.
Jake won the regular season.
Yeah. That's why I'm shouting here. Jake won. He came from high last year and won. He won last year. He won. And if he won this year, he would have been on the show bragging about how he won. That's why he didn't come on tonight, in my eyes.
Y'all so petty.
Crazy. Where's he at? He's hiding.
He's watching wrestling. Watching Raw.
Ain't it on Netflix? You can play that shit back later on.
That's what I'm doing right after the show. I'm playing it right after the show's over. Absolutely. Yes. I heard it's a banger right now.
Are they failing like they did with the boxing match?
No. No. I heard somebody say that fucking somebody had to upload it like 4 times. But besides everybody complaining about the commercials, I haven't seen much complaining from the media, social media, not the media. But they said a rapper was smoking a blunt during the show, and he was in the show. Let's just say that. So tune in tonight.
Hilarious.
Okay, that's interesting. Coach, did you know that Mike McCarthy's contract expires on Wednesday?
Yep, we sure do. 14th.
So Jerry Jones not gonna have to fire him. Contract expired. I ain't fire you.
That'd be fucking crazy, yo.
But as Jerry always says, deadlines make deals.
Yo, the 14th is like next week, right? Next Tuesday, right?
Yep.
Next Tuesday. That's crazy. And we read on ESPN next week. Mike McCarthy's contract expired. He is no longer the coach of the Cowboys. That would be some funny shit right there.
Mm-hmm.
If Jerry did not say nothing at all, it's like let his contract expire, and it's like, well,
he talked him up just yesterday. I want to say, saying like he's one of the best coaches out there, or whatever. So
that's like an anime when they give you a backstory right before they kill you.
Yeah, that's a kiss of death. That's what they do. They pub you up in public, but trash you behind closed doors.
Mm-hmm.
And it came out today that somebody in the leadership portion of the business doesn't want him back. So they were trying to figure out, well, that means it's either Jerry, Steven, or Will McClay. And interesting enough, Will McClay's contract is up as well.
Okay. All right. Well, we got more rumors and crap to come out regarding these NFL coaching vacancies and the moves that's going to come afterwards. So you guys stick with us. We're going to be with you throughout the whole playoffs and the off season. So
Playoffs, man. I can't wait, man. Can't wait to watch these other whack ass teams play.
Yep. All right. So wrapping up, man. Shout out to Bobby and Jake and Mike and Casey and let's see who
Rizzo.
Yeah, and Will on the toilet.
You heard? Shitting on y'all twat. No, sir. Good show, fellas. Shout out to everybody who came through. Shout out to you, Dale. Great show. Not shout out to Jake, you bitch. Be on the show. You ain't doing nothing.
I told you he wasn't on the show tonight. I told you why. He a sore loser.
Wrestling. Fuck out of here.
Jake, you gotta come defend yourself. If you don't, matter of fact, I'm running with what Tuke said anyway.
Yeah, fight back. Fight back, motherfucker. Put your dukes up.
Love you, Jake. Hope you enjoyed the show, man. Don't give us a spoiler. We won't watch.
Be sure to check out the Chop Up tomorrow.
I'd have fucked y'all up. Be y'all talking shit. I'd have spoiled everything.
Well, I'm pretty sure we're gonna be talking about some more foolishness. I don't know what we're gonna talk about yet, but we're doing something tomorrow. So
you heard?
Oh yeah, we're doing something tomorrow. You already know we're doing it.
Cabo on 3. 1, 2, 3. Cabo.
Cabo.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching our show. Remember to subscribe for more shows on the network. Smash the like button, share, and comment.